Right, so for the others, those of you who are watching the stream, good. Those of you who are not, doesn't matter. So what we're going to do now is we are going to get this working because we know how we want it to work. We want the air traffic control to talk to us. We want the co-pilot to talk to us, and generally have a good flight. And we want everything else kind of working and talking together, don't we? Really, that's what it's all about. So we're going to start from the start, and I can't stipulate this enough. How many times I want to tell people, and I have, not that you haven't been listening to me in any way, it's just merely because every time I've tried to do it, something's gone wrong with the flight simulator itself and gone a blue screen through Windows and I haven't been able to finish it. So I'm going to start now, easy way of doing things for you to get these programs working. Okay, first program we want to get working is, let's do that one. This is called pilot2atc. We need to get this program working, okay? How do we get this program working? You buy it? No, you can get a demo of it. So you go to pilot2atc, yeah? Search it, pilot2atc, and you'll come up with this downloads pilot2atc. Click on that, and then you will have a downloads again. Click on the downloads and you've got a free trial. Okay, when you download the free trial, please download the update. You will see why you need that update later. Okay, it's a free demonstration of how the program works, but to be honest with you, once you see it actually working, you're just going to buy it anyway, because you know that Uncle Rob here from mycockpit.co.uk is going to help you to get it working. So the next thing you need to get really will be another free demo, right, which you go to there and you type in your search at the top, you type, which I've already got it there, so it's like no voice attack, it might actually just come up. We're going to type voice attack. There, okay, so we're going to open voice attack. You click on the voice attack and download it. It's got a free demo, so you can download this and actually have a demo of it, okay, before you buy it. Start your free trial now. So one, you've got the free pilot2atc, you've got the free voice attack, and you've downloaded them, right? Then you're going to want to go to this website next, which is, yes, you guessed it, another free one. Sky. Oh no, I can't see because I can't reach over there, and I can't see sky4sim, which I've already done. Okay, so we're going to load that one up. Okay, we'll load sky4sim up, guys, and guess what? Sky4sim also has a free demo, guys. All right. So this way you can try all these things out, and this has got a free demonstration version of it, a free version, and it's also got a paid version. I use a paid version because I think it's wonderful, and it's got a brilliant thing involved which everybody's going to love, absolutely love, for virtual reality, which I'll explain to you after, but I could show you in non-virtuality, that VR, that it actually does work. So you download the free demo of Sky4sim. Next, you need another program, which is going to be a paid version, so you don't have to worry about using it straight away. You can make sure that everything's communicating, and you can watch a brief video at the end of this, a brief, like, quick rough guide if everything goes according to plan. You can watch that at the end of this video, and we will just do a quick run through, and then you can decide if you want to go and buy this extra thing, which is actually aviator voices, which is the voices that I spoke to, meaning the co-pilot, and she will do, or he will do, different things for you in the aircraft as you're flying. So it's like having a co-pilot with you, but a virtual co-pilot. So it's really good, and these programs have been around for a little while, and they just don't get the credit that I feel they really deserve, you know. So anyway, that's all fine. So now you've got those, you next want another program to go to. You want to go down and download a program called join simbrief.com. Okay, and what SimBrief looks like, you type in SimBrief and log in, or SimBrief, and you do the click on here to make an account. Okay, what I'm not clicking on just yet is I want you to just take note of this FMS downloader. Yeah, it's from the same people and it's free as well. Okay, so what you do is you click on the simbrief.com and you can register there, register your account. It's all free. Yeah, I've actually got an account, so I don't need to do it, but I'm going to leave it open so that we can go back and I can talk you through some things. Once you've set up registered your new account, when you go to the dispatch icon next door to the register, third drop down box, you will have an account settings, and above it you'll have a download for the FMS downloader. Okay, so that's why I wanted to point it out, that you can download it from either the website or you can download it from this website. I'd say download it from here. You basically click on that one there and it will download the flight management system downloader. Okay, now also below that you will have an account settings because you've already opened one. When you click on the account settings, you will have this open up and it will give you a name, but also down the bottom it says, like from the top, blah blah blah, it comes down here and it says a pilot ID. You see that? That's my pilot ID. You will have your own individual pilot ID given to you from SimBrief, which you need to copy and remember, or write it down if you like. It needs to go into the pilot2atc program. Okay, so let's try and do this nice and slowly and step by step because there's so much to remember. Okay, so we've done that now. So we've downloaded the SimBrief, we've downloaded the FMS downloader, we've downloaded the sky4sim, we've downloaded the pilot2atc, we've downloaded VoiceAttack, and we've also downloaded sky4sim. I think I might have said that twice, but hey, it's okay. Right, so now you've downloaded all those programs and you want them to talk to the flight simulator. Somebody asked about VoiceAttack, so I think we will start with VoiceAttack because I actually asked about that. Well, with VoiceAttack, it's relatively easy. You click on the VoiceAttack thing there and you download it, you know, register it. I'd recommend buying it anyway. I don't know. I think they might even do a demo. I think they probably do on VoiceAttack. Yeah, they do a demonstration of it so you can try it. And then you open it up. So let's have a look. We'll leave the flight simulator tiddly-boo, get rid of that out of the way, and we go, boo, that out of the way. Now we've just got the cockpit. So we're going to start individually on each and every one. Now, believe it or not, all the time I've been talking, this in the background has been saying things what it thinks I hear, what it hears. And I'll be honest with you, some of it is quite a wonder if this is an artificial jointless bloody joint thing where it starts taking all the information from what people say and actually assumes of what you're saying, because I've read some of this stuff and it's really interesting, like I'm not going to say what about, a German Stoffing movie, whatever that's about, and a background, but anyway, the CIA, I never even mentioned that, but hey, this is listening to me in the background. Now, it doesn't get confused. I do not use a push to talk. That was a question. Do you have a push to talk button for VoiceAttack? Well, no, I don't, because VoiceAttack has a selection of commands which you're very unlikely to say, even in conversation, or if you're talking to air traffic control, like retract flaps. Retract flaps.
Flaps retracted.
Set flaps, position 1.
Adjusting.
See? So it's got certain commands and they're very, I've never had it yet, touch wood, where they've competed with the pilot2atc. And pilot2atc is actually running. But pilot2atc, the difference is, with pilot2atc, I press a key command when I want to talk to pilot2atc, and VoiceAttack does not do talk to voice attack all the time, to the co-pilot all the time. It's only when I ask him when I need him to or her to do something. So it doesn't really compete, and you don't really need it. Okay. So there's your question. The setup you need to do on the voice attack. You've downloaded this program. You've got the demo version. You need to go down to the bottom here where the little spanner is. Click on the spanner, and it will come up with all these wild and wonderful things. So let's have a look through. On the first general, I've got the first box and the box below it ticked, and the third box from there ticked. I've used light mode, and my profile is the aviator. That's the one that you have to pay for, the HCS voice pack. Okay, but you'll see that after, and that's the one I mean that you will probably end up buying just one of them to try it out anyway. Then you go the first line of those under the second line, sorry, where it says minimize the tray, entirely up to you. I don't even touch any of that. The next one is you want to tick those 3 boxes there. Okay, so it's the 3 boxes, 1, 2, miss 1 and 1 there. Then you go right over to the side, show control tips, you can have those on. Enable profile switching, yes. Enable plugin support. Let's click in the plugin support. And it's telling me that I've got HCS voices under my plugin support. Okay, so now when I turn it on, it will search the plugin support. If you download the voices and you have not got the plugin, enable plugin support box ticked, it will not load in the Aviator Copilot voice. So there's my Aviator voice, and there's my folders, which it usually makes itself because I've never made them. Okay, so that's pretty good, really. Voice recognition. Always use your speech engine set to recognizer for English US, and it will work. Yeah, go down to the bottom. Yeah, because that is probably going to be factory, and cancel echo, acoustic echo cancellation. Yeah, and this could help with recognition, so disable it because it makes it hear you better. When you go down, it says recognition prefix. You can put a prefix to say something first of all before it starts listening to you. If but you know, you put something in there and it'll hear that word, and then it realizes that it needs to listen to you. I just put if but that, but doesn't matter really. You can put anything or put nothing at all. Right, then you've got window speech recording device. Now at this moment in time, I'm using my little camera up the top there, so the sound probably isn't the best, but I'm trying to speak as clear as I can, and I lisp because I've got gaps between my teeth. Sorry about that. So that's it. That's that page sorted. Next one gets a bit difficult. No, not really. If you look at this, take a screenshot of what you see, please do. Integrated components. Next one, do not override Windows. Next one, default. Next one, default. These here, I've just left them alone. I haven't touched them at all. Notification sound, yeah, why not? Do not override Windows. So basically, it's pretty much, you don't do really much in there. Yeah, you can put fade stopped audio if you like. You can have a look at that and take some photographs or screenshot of it. I will freeze this video, and then you will be able to just copy it. Hotkeys, don't worry about that unless you're going to have a toggle switch, and I don't honestly think you need one because I don't need one. So if I don't need one, I'm sure you don't. Advanced settings. Right. Now I would put cancel block commands, leave everything else blocked out. And do you want to show third-party app warnings? Yes, why not? And you want to run the voice stack as administrator, and you can use the built-in SPI recommended, and you use the built-in text for synthesis. Yeah, the 2 top ones basically tick those. Then you go down to the bottom and you can put adjust CPU utilization. I tick it anyway. Don't touch absolutely anything else, and then you're good to go. You can tell if you're good to go because you will have this thing on your screen moving right up and down. It means it's listening to you. If for any reason you get a red, like this doesn't work like that, and you say it's not working, it's red, it's because you've got it deactivated and it's telling you with a red line rather than a grey one. It will turn to grey when it's actually listening to you, right? Now we've got two ways of options of doing this. We can go back to this here because I've actually just turned this off now. That's fine. I'm happy with that. Right. So I've turned it off and now it's gone grey, so it's actually listening to me now, okay? So we know that's working. So that's your voice attack, a very, very simplified version. You can copy my settings and hopefully that will work for you. So that's, and hopefully that's helped you out with that. And it's going to be a night flight very soon, by the way. Unless I change the weather, I might just change. It's going to get a bit dark, isn't it, for you, really? Let's just change the time of day. So we're going to change the day to like there, about there. That looks pretty cool. Yeah, that looks good. Right, okay, I'm happy with that. That's lovely. Right, so getting back to where we were, we have done the voice attack. Okay. Now let's get to the big nitty gritty. This is the one that causes the problems that everybody can't get working. It's this beautiful program here. Absolutely great, wonderful program. Totally underestimated, should I say. Great program. This is the problem you guys get every single time you download a demo. You give up because it won't connect to the simulator. Now, rather than making it really, really difficult and trying to explain to you need to do this, that and the other, I found a really easy method for you. You go to this here, and if you go to the product page, which we said, I think it was the, let me go to remember, I think it was the pilot2atc sky4sim. No, it's another one. I'm going to give you this one. If you go to self-loading, FLC I think they call it, self-loading cargo, I think it's FLC, no, Salt Lake City, okay, self-loading, I might have to type it in, and I can't, self-loading cargo, right, if you click on self-loading cargo, guys, this is a program that simulates your cargo and passengers and stuff, but they also do a free demo, yeah? So this is another free add-on that you can get as a download, as a demonstration. So you download this, but you know what? Because you download this, and this has actually got a download program. If you read down here somewhere, it says, or it will say, when you go to download it, it will say, read more, virtual, it will say, good afternoon, and it will say, when you download this demo, that it will give you, because otherwise the demo won't work, a free download of FSU IPC7 to work this program. And lo and behold, that is the FSU IPC7 that you need. When you have downloaded this program, you also download FSU IPC7. Okay, it's an exe. You just double click on the exe and then it will download the, I'm not going to do it again because, to tell you the truth, I've had about 14 exes, different versions of FSU IPC7 and different times, and I don't want to put any more on my hard drive because it's taken me a week to get rid of them all. So you do literally go in there and you can download the free version, and you will load a version of FSU IPC7. Now, what I'm going to show you is I'm going to go into my start menu and I'm going to show you FSU IPC7. You can see mine says number 2, right? That's what it looks like. It's a little box, but it's got an F and a 7 in it. Yeah? When you double click that, it will work. Now, I don't really want to do this because a copy is already running, yeah, because it can make things quite difficult if I've already bloody running it, yeah. What will happen is you will run your pilot2atc like this, and you'll press right connect, and it will say simulator disconnected. and then it will come up with a white box saying FSU IPC with a load of information which makes you panic, and you think, oh, it don't work, it don't work.
Weather is not currently available for Birmingham. Arriving and departing runway 15.
Okay, thank you. Right, so that's pretty much what you need to make this pilot2atc work. It's not rocket science, it's just you need FSU IPC 7, and now you know where to download it, but you also get a trial of the self-loading cargo program, which gives you cabin crew, etc. You know what I'm saying? And so that will help you out immensely. But you can actually download the FSU IPC 7. When you've downloaded the FSU IPC 7, forget about self-loading cargo. You just want to start FSU IPC 7 first. It will come up with a blue screen and FSU IPC 7 and work. Then you press the connect button on the pilot2atc. So what I'm saying is you'll basically have a icon will either appear on your desktop or something with an exe, which will open it, and it will come up with this FSU IPC blue box with a F7 on it. You're going to press that, run it, expand it, then save it somewhere, like into your, I recommend saving it into your somewhere you can find it, like the desktop or something like that, or on your icons, start menu. And then you double click on the start menu, then it will run FSU IPC 7. Then when you come down and press the connect, your flight simulator pilot2atc will then connect perfectly and all lovely, because you've got FSU IPC 7 running. That is your cure. So then what we've got is we've got the pilot2atc, which is connecting to, this is where it gets confusing, but it's not. Next page. So you know that now. In short, you have got the FSU IPC 7 running. Okay, guys, what's that there? Pico thing. Well, that's about. Don't know what that is. Anyway, right. Confused about that? Confused.com. Anyway, yeah. So let's go back and just get a minus that for a minute. Yeah, let's make sure I'm still online and you can still hear me. Right. So you've now got your pilot2atc and it's now going to be working, guys. All right. Hopefully, and that would be lovely if I can put my pilot aircraft back up. So you've got the voice attack. That's the first thing we've done. So that one there is now been fixed and sorted. Then we've got the pilot2atc. That one now has been fixed and is now connected to the flight simulator and sorted. Then we go to the other things that I mentioned to you. So we go back and we want to go to Sim Brief. You've downloaded your Sim Brief, because I asked you to, I think, in the last video. If not, I think I said that at the start of this video. I can't bloody remember. But hey, it's okay. We've now downloaded the SimBrief and you've now signed up for your SimBrief account. And you also downloaded from the SimBrief website the SimBrief downloader. And then you've also gone to the second drop-down menu, I think it was, and you've gone down and you found your pilot ID. Whoopee, so you've got that. Then you go back to the pilot. If you want me to do it, I'll do it. I think I will, because it sounds easy to me, but it's probably not to the listener. So let's go back one. Right, let's go back one. You've downloaded SimBrief. You've now registered with SimBrief. You've gone to dispatch on SimBrief, and you've also downloaded the FMS downloader from SimBrief. Yeah? Then you've gone down to the bottom of SimBrief and you've clicked on the account settings. When you click on the account settings, you'll get another window that opens. Wait till it will open, go down until you see SimBrief data. Your details about SimBrief. Then you will have your own, not mine please, you'll have your own pilot ID, a few numbers. Copy those numbers with your left click and press copy, yeah? Then go over to your pilot2atc program, go to the top right hand corner and then move down one step to the flight plan import. Then you will have a box like this that says import SimBrief. But this bit here, if you can see my screen, will be, I want to make sure you can see the screen actually, because I can't see the program. I just hope For crying out loud, it hasn't actually stopped because I'll be quite angry. Right, yeah, so anyway, yeah, so you go down to the bottom here and you'll have a sim brief ID, and that was where the number I just told you to copy. You just copy and paste it into there. Okay? Once you've done that, happy days. Don't do anything else because we've got to do something else after that, okay? So, that is brilliant. I'm pleased. If you're still with me, let's give us a thumbs up and a like because I'm new to doing this and I really would appreciate some more visits. So, thank you anyway. I will carry on for you. So we've now done that, and we've done it. I should carry on for you, see? I see, it's just something she knows. I'll carry on for you means like I'm taking over the flight now, so it's really good. Right, so now we need the next step, guys. Is we need to go to, this is where it gets a bit kind of hardish, or not kind of hard, kind of bit like, oh okay, I'll kind of get this, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, what we need to do is we need to go to the flight simulator. Okay, so we're going to go into the flight sim. Okay, now let's just go out of that screen for a second. I don't really want to really, but I'm going to because I am going to anyway. We're going to go resume. Let's go to main menu. Oh no, I have to load it all again. Right, okay, so to go to the main menu, guys, now, alright, as we speak, nice pretty view.
No problem.
Right, my dog coming upstairs to see me. Hey pal, you're a good big boy, that dog. He's a special big boy, that one. You want more dinner, eh? That's all you do is eat, you pal. Eat, fart and sleep, eh? Right, I'm sorry about the delay because you know how long Flight Simulator takes to go back to the same screen, but it's doing it at the moment. Now the next step, what we're going to be talking about is how to get flights to marry up into everything that we do. This next section is going to be about how to get the flights into pilot2atc, how to get the flights into your flight planner in the Microsoft Flight Simulator, and how to get it into sky4sim as well. So your free programs that you're running are all talking together and loading the correct maps up, and everything is working as one would like it to. But also the added little bonus that you can actually use the pilot2atc text messaging and voice messaging in your headset, but you can see it as text in format in a program called sky4sim, which I'm going to try to incorporate that into this video as well. So what we need to do initially, folks, is we need to go to the thingy here, which is your map, and go to the map. Now we're not going to bother about putting our flight in here because we want to load a flight from SimBrief. Okay, so here we go. We go back to SimBrief. Okay, here's SimBrief. Now we're going to go back to SimBrief at the normal page, right? I'm logged in. This is my name or whatever. You do the same thing, whatever you want. You click on there and you can go new flight. Okay, so let's do it step by step. We're going to do a new flight.
Check.
Thank you. We're going to put that there. I'm going to flight number. We're going to call it 31 Victor Bravo. And we're going to depart from. Let's see what options it gives us. It's trying to load some at the moment. Let's just pop one in. Let's put Echo Golf MS. I think it is. NS. EGNS is one of the man, I think. EGNS, we'll go for Isle of Man, right. Okay, select that. And we're going to go to Cardiff. This is just across the water. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I don't know about that. Let's go away. That's fine. And we're going to choose an aeroplane, whichever aeroplane you want to fly. Maybe you want to fly in a King Air or something like that. So we use a King Air. That's enough. Let's not make it difficult. You can do a lot more with this program, but let's just get it to work with the pilot2atc and everything and the flight simulator. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to press the generate flight. Now what it's done is just generated this flight below here. You see this? You'll see this map. Yep, but it's not showing me. That's right. It's doing it now. Right, it's just showing us on the map what map flight. It's just generated that one because I haven't generated the flight. Okay, so let's try again. Let's edit the flight. I'm going to go back to the top again. Excuse me. Edit the flight. Where did I say I was going to go? EGBB to EG. I didn't edit that flight. That's why. That's my fault. My bad. Keep pastime. I need to edit this flight. I'm going to generate this flight now. EGBB to EGFS. EGNS, I said. I will just go. It's always going to have one mistake in it, isn't it? Something not working sweetly. Let's go like that. Okay. Okay, that's cool. Not there. Okay, that's fine. Then it's going to load one up. In theory, we're going to generate that flight. We should actually do it in a minute once it finds its wakes up a bit. That's it. And arrive at that one. Now, if you see something just popped up bottom corner of my thingy, it said Sim Brief Downloader. That's because I didn't click that button there to search for the airport. So I can generate that, and it's generated it now. So it will do it again. It will go bing. SimBrief Downloader is now working. Okay. Okay, it's proven me a liar. I lied, so sue me. I'll exit the program for a minute. So let's go back again and do it again because it's just me. I'm doing it. I'm not concentrating. Like I said, I've been doing this for 3 hours today, and I'm all that time it had an echo all the way through, so you wouldn't have heard it anyway. Okay, that's fine. So edit that flight again. Forget the palaver, it's because of me, I'm clicking away here. I'm going to do it again. Maybe my internet gone like the Swanee or something. We'll use the pastime. Now that's the flight. You put your name, whatever your flight is, your aircraft, where you're going from, where you're going to. It will choose an alternative. Once you've done that, click the generate. Let's make this very easy for you. You can copy what's on the screen, in fact. Call yourself an airline, call yourself a name, and put those two in, and then just press that generate button. Then what it will do is it will generate those. So basically it's generating that flight, okay? So that looks kind of good to me. It's generating that flight. Now, normally what happens, you get a little pop-up there which says that it's something thingy's running, but I'm not actually getting it because I think my internet connection is going a bit the Swanee at the minute. So I'm going to go to my SimBrief, and I'm picking MRS SimBrief downloader. I'm going to open it and see on the SimBrief downloader. Normally it would just do it itself, guys, but I think my internet's playing up a bit, so this video's probably gone a bit skippy. I'm glad I'm recording it, really. Right, so as you load the SimBrief downloader up, it will, there you go, it comes up with this screen. Now this is where it gets really important for you to take some notes, okay? Take note of what I'm telling you, because this is the bit that really makes everything speak nicely and friendly to each other. You've downloaded SimBrief, you've got your account at SimBrief, you've also downloaded this free application from SimBrief, 4 notches down, it said FMS downloader. It comes up with the SimBrief downloader. Now with the SimBrief downloader, you have to follow these steps to the dots to get it right, okay? In the SimBrief downloader, we have got a folder called, scroll down and it said FS 2020, okay? That folder, Flight Sim 2020, is whatever you want to put your flight plans in, or wherever SimBrief sends it to Flight Sim Downloader, and Flight Sim Downloader gets it from the folder. Sounds a bit confusing, but that's the way it works, okay? Because from there, he realizes it, and you need to know where that is. Copy wherever folder you want to call it. If you want to put it on your C drive and you want to call it C drive : / my new flights folder, or FLTS folder, whatever you want to call it. But remember where you save that to. It's of the utmost importance that you do that. Once you know you've got it, do that, left click and copy it, okay? Because you're going to need to put it in a few places, okay? So I've got the Flight 1 GTN, so I put it in there as well. I've also got the PM, I can't remember what it's called now. I probably haven't even done it yet. Oh, yeah. The PMS GTN 750. So I've put the same thing in there as well. And I've also got V-Pilot, so that one's different. That's another different story completely. But we'll come to that when we need it at some stage. Let's try not to make it too confusing. So what we've done is we've just made a Flight Simulator 2020 folder, and we've called it Rob is a knobhead, okay? And that's me, Rob the knobhead, and you've got that. And you've copied Rob the knobhead into wherever else you want to put it on these particular things or aircraft or whatever you want to put them in their individual folders, which they will tell you on the information and the readmes of the aircraft folders. If you need to put a PMDG, goes into PMDG under programs or something, and then it goes into its own flight plan folder. So if you want that aircraft to read those flight plans folder, you have to put this flight plan folder in the flight plan folder of the aircraft of the PMDG 736 or 7 or whatever it is. That's what you need to do. But that's another story. But what's important now, reverse back a bit, is this is the most important. You've got the Flight Simulator 2020 and you've got your own folder, Bob's a knobhead or whatever, or My Flights Here, whatever you want to call it, and you know where it is. Copy it. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a couple of little bits and bobs now. We're going to open some of the programs that we were talking about just earlier. Okay, we're going to initially open the pilot2atc again. Okay, so we've opened the pilot2atc, and we're going to go right across to the right hand side to this where it says CONFIG config. That is the really important part here, because the configuration means exactly what it says, configurate. Now we're going to configure the flight plan, and it looks at the very top, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 says flight plan, and at the very bottom it says flight plan folder. You copy what you've copied and you just paste it in there, guys, or search for it by using the 3 dots to the right hand side. That there needs to be the same as whatever is in the other one, kind of thing. Needs to be new flight, whatever you've called it, Bob's a knobhead, whatever, the new flight folder. If you see that new flights folder, they have to be the same whatever drive you want to put it on, they have to marry up. Okay, so once you've done that, you copy in there. So that's the same as that. That's another good step in the right direction. So we've just cured that problem. So I'm just going to go back to the config a second, turn that off. I'm going to go to another program now. We're going to go to this one here, which is the sky4sim, which is actually running. Sometimes if you can't find it, you have to search for this under a different sort of method. You sort of go there and you show it. Okay, now just remember that. Okay, if you click on it and it will say it's running. If you can't actually see anything like this pop up, go to the opposite side. Yours will be at the bottom, and you'll have like a little arrow. You click on that till you see the white and red sky4sim. Left click it and open it, and it will open this window for us. Okay, now in this window, what we need to do to make this program talk to pilot2atc and talk to the SimBrief downloader, it also has to have, if you look on here, you can see, I'm not lying to you, D drive / new flights folder. That's what I called mine, and it's the same in here, D drive new flights folder, and in here it's D drive new flights folder. So I've named them all the same folder, so they all get the information from the same place. Okay, that's where you put it, in there, copy paste, or browse for it if you know where you've stored it. Okay, while we're on the Sky4sim page, we're just going to go to a button called the integration. We're going to click on integration, and if you look what it says pilot2atc, enable pilot2atc integration, show ATC messages, show pilot messages, show suggested messages. What you do with this is you click browse like that, and you make, like we did with the other one where you put the flights. You could even put it in the same folder, it wouldn't actually hurt, but it usually generates its own text conversation path. So you basically press on the browse button. I'm not going to do it because I've already done it, but you press on the browse and it will say you choose where you want your conversation text to go. Once you've done it, it will then appear in this window once you've done it again, yeah? Then you just simply do that, left click and copy, or search for where it is. Sometimes it works in copy, but if it doesn't, just search for where that is and make a note of where that is. I would say probably the best way is leave that window actually open, yeah? Then you want to go back to pilot2atc, as we're going to do. We go back to pilot2atc. I'm going to move it down a bit so you can see, right? And we're going to go to the configurate button again. Remember, down here to the right hand side at the bottom, we're going to click on the configurate button, and then we're going to go to the word speech at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one along. And we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boxes, and you will see conversation text path. Yeah? Enable and new on startup. You can either press that button there and locate it and find it, or you can have a look up there and you can make sure that you've got the right conversation text path that you decided to choose there, yeah? So that one there has got to be the same as this one here. You've got that? So we've got C drive, user, Robert, OneDrive, documents, conversation text, dot text. User, Robert, OneDrive, documents, conversation text, dot text. That's what I've got in mind. They are both going to the same place. So they will now communicate, yeah? Which actually means, which you'll see, I could show you, but we'll do it in a minute. That actually means that that conversation text now, yeah, is coming from there, and they're both talking to each other. So whenever you key your microphone or something like that, on the actual Sky4sim screen, which will open in a minute, it will actually show the text from the ATC. It can be used either in VR or it can be used non-VR, which is great in VR because you don't have to look for things and try to take your headset off, because the air traffic control messages come in your headset. So you don't have to write taxiways, and it's just there for you to read back, and it's really, really helpful. So I hope that sort of explains that quite well, and I hope I'm not going too fast. So now what we've actually achieved, guys, is pretty much, as far as I can remember, everything that you need. Okay. There is another thing. This Sky4sim is free. There is an API you've got to download, I do believe, on this somewhere, but it's not nothing to worry about. You just click on it and make an API, and it will tell you, explain how to do it. It's very easy, really. You just join it. It gives you a personal API, and it all kind of works. Everything sort of like where you are, and your tracking and all this sort of stuff. It's a bit like a mobile GPS system, and it just works through an API, you know. So that's about as far as I'm going to go in depth of that. It actually explains it on the Sky4sim. You just need to download that, and then you put that into the flight simulator. When you put your headset on, it will say API, then just copy and paste the API in there to make it work in VR. Or you can do it non-VR, just copy and paste it and put it in. So, because I don't want to have to go and do it again. It's really quite easy to do, right? Okay, new update available. I think I've done that. Right. So let's see what let's go through this very, very slowly, and we'll run through it now. Hopefully didn't close all the windows. I'm going to do a really, really crash course really fast now, but as step by step as I can, so you know. First one we've done is we've downloaded pilot2atc. Yeah? While that's downloading, you've gone to self-loading cargo on here, and you've downloaded self-loading cargo demonstration, as is the demo of the pilot2atc. Both of them are demos, so you don't pay for them, okay? Straight away. Then you are in the self-loading cargo. As you download that, you will get to an option where it says you will need to download FSUIPC 7 to be able to make it work. Please download the free version here. Once you've downloaded that free version, my friends, you really are at the start of everything starting to work. Your pilot2atc then will connect to your computer naturally, because you're using FSU IPC7. Then you've gone to your SimBrief, and you've downloaded and joined the SimBrief club, if you like. It's free. While you're on there, you've also visited the events, I think it was called, or something, or under your SimBrief you downloaded the FMS downloader. That means that the FMS downloader works, and you've downloaded it. As you've downloaded it, I've just explained earlier what happens when you do download it and what it looks like. But as I did say, I do a quick course, and I'll go fast, just so you can kind of see. So it's already there. Mine's in the side here. SimBrief downloader. As I open it, go and find it now. Where would I do it? There it is, SimBrief downloader. You'll get the SimBrief downloader, which looks like that. In the SimBrief downloader, you have to make sure the Microsoft Flight Simulator file folder is where you know where it is and where you want your flights to be, and you have to copy it, because you're going to copy that from the SimBrief downloader into the pilot2atc config under the FLT plans. Yeah. You are also going to go to your SimBrief account and find out what your SimBrief ID is, which you're going to place into the under the second icon at the top, FPL. There's one flight plan import. That imports them from SimBrief, but you will not be able to import that into SimBrief until you've copied and pasted that SimBrief pilot ID, which you have got from your own SimBrief account under SimBrief and your account, yeah, which will come up, which I've done on the earlier on in this video. So you know that you've got your SimBrief account details, which actually goes into your SimBrief pilot ID. And that then will import your flight plan from the SimBrief flight plan downloader. So you first, to enable that to work, you go to SimBrief. You import your flight in SimBrief. You press generate that flight. Then that flight will be generated to your flight FMS downloader, flight sim downloader. Then you just literally click export on that flight sim downloader, and it will send it to your pilot2atc. Then you go into pilot2atc and you press the import button there, FP import, down the bottom where my mouse is, and you press the import SimBrief. Then that will bring in the flight plan. That's how easy those processes kind of work together, right? Under your, say it all, sorry, I'm just going to close that one. We're just going to close out of that. There's that. I'm going to move that out the way for a minute. Right, so on the SimBrief downloader, export it. We've done that. You know that. I've said that. Now that will go to the same place, and everything will work absolutely wonderful now, like that. Okay, so we're just going to move that out of the way for a second, just a sec, like that. Now this is a different bit. Okay. I refresh my flight simulator for a reason for you, because we need to make sure, if you see on this flight simulator, there is no flight plan appears. Although in the pilot2atc we have the flight plan, like that, look, that's what we wanted. And in the that one there, we've got settings, yep, and we've got new flight sim folder which we've had, and you can put your community folder, which is where you install the toolbar to. So yours will probably be C drive. You look it up. I'm sure you know where your community folder is. If not, it's something like C drive, Robert, app data, packages, Microsoft Flight Simulator with a load of numbers, app data, local, packages, community, then it'd be there. It's something like that. Bit of a head roll to find it, but I'm sure you probably know where it is anyway. I don't want to teach you your sock eggs. But that's what you do. You make sure that's in that folder there, so it can put your icon in the information bar at the top when you need it. It will put it up there, and your flight folders will marry up. So that means that when we actually run this program, which we're going to do it in a minute, just by going into the flight simulator, it's going to work. Now I'm just going to close that like that. I'm going to minimize it, and I'm just going to minimize that as well. So now we're into this, and we want to get this to be the same as the others. It's a slightly different process. Go to the bottom where it says spacebar or more, click on that, and then it goes load save. Now we load it in this one, which you do in the other one as well, ironically, sometimes. You do, in fact. You go to the load from the flight simulator. We know, because we're smart, aren't we, that we go to the D drive, because that's where I put it, and we put the D drives in the new flights folder, and the latest flight that I want to do, which will be under the date modified, which is today, and all these flights are the ones I've done. So I'm going to click today, which is 20th of February, and that's the flight plan that I want in there. So I'm importing the flight plan so it comes into the flight simulator manually, okay? Because it's coming from the same folder, which is exactly the same folder where everything else is talking. So I do that, and it will wait a couple of seconds, and it will show you. It's like marvellous. This is where this back. Oh, I'm so smart. Oh, I need a badge. You know what I mean? So there's the flight plan, guys. Wait, lovely. Okay. If you want to start off from a gate, just literally press that. Don't press anything else. Start from a small gate. This will move, but ignore it. It won't change your flight plan. It will still maintain the flight plan that's actually in there. So you press flight. You're just choosing to start it from somewhere different. Okay. So we're going to go into there, and we're going to look now just to show you that it's actually correct. I'm going to go move that off again. Go back to runways. Go like that. Now, my flight plan is all gone cocked up now because I've just done this. So it's a good thing when you do it again, because you're going to show it again. Load, save from this PC. Wherever you saved your flights, not copy where I put mine, unless you want to put yours in the same place, which I probably wouldn't recommend. You just put them wherever you're happy to have them. And you do that, it will load up, and it will load up like that. That's fine. Okay, so we've done that. We know that that flight plan now marries up perfectly. It would have married up perfectly in the flight sim, but just because I'm not running the flight sim at the moment, then it looks like it's gone doolally, and I don't want to confuse things for you. So just pretty much load it like that, and it will start at the gate, okay, wherever you want to start it at. Now, if I look at that, and I open the pilot2atc like that, you will see, like marvellousness, look, there's a flight plan, and it's the same, okay? All the waypoints are on this pilot2atc, right to where into our approach. Because pilot2atc will give all that information anyway. See, this just gives you a basic flight route to follow on the flight simulator if you want to use the VFR map on there as well. So it gives you an option to use that. But that is all connected and working perfectly with the flight simulator, and the flight plans are absolutely fine, because they're going all because we put that folder in that I said to you to name the flight folder and remember where you save it under your configuration, which we put it under flights FTL plan, and we put it on the new flights here. That's what we did. You might have called yours Bob the Knobhead, Rob the Knobhead, whatever you want to call it, but you might have put your folder, as long as you remember where it is, and that appears in pilot2atc sky4sim and in the FMS downloader, SimBrief downloader. All these things will go to the right place. Okay, so we're going to start the flight simulator up now. I'm just going to open that pilot2atc again, because I need to just get rid of that window there. Okay. going to move that out of the way. So do you want to see that open now? Right, we're going to get rid of that configuration. And we're going to hide the flight, this out of the way into another window. Yep, I can't think of anything else I can really tell you about it. I really hope this video has been helpful, because honestly, I've been trying to do this for about 4 days. And every time I do it, something goes wrong and I get a really good recording because I'm using a headset, and the battery goes flat on my headset or Windows crash. So it's been so hard to do. So I'm sorry if the sound isn't the best, but I hope it's clear enough for you to be able to understand and work your way around. Now, so what the outcome of it should be, in all intents and purposes. Now let's go into, to close the weather off, we're going to go to the icon at the top, and we're going to choose the one there, okay, which is the sky4sim, right? Now with sky4sim, this is the thing I was telling you before. If you open sky4sim, you have to import the flight plan sometimes, unless you do it like we do, because you can do it yourself. But this flight plan should, if we're right, and we put the same folder in, actually does exactly the right thing. There it goes, it's copied the flight plan in there for us, so we can change that if we like and make it look more like wildy, I think, something like that, isn't it? Okay, right, so that's the flight plan. Can't see all the other VORs and points are on, but you can see that's where the flight plan is, and it's actually correct. It's the same as the other one. And if we open that, get out like that, look at that, you'll see in this one as well, this flight simulator, it's got the same flight plan again as well. So it's actually working. So if we went to our VFR map, open the VFR map, it should show us, like magic, the same flight as well. So now we've got the flight in our VFR map, we've got the flight in our sky4sim map, and pilot2atc has also got the same flight, and also, because I'm using the GTN 750, it should be in there as well. So that looks pretty cool. So we know we've got them all to work together now, so that's really, really cool, isn't it? So we can now know that, rest assured, that things are fine. Now, most importantly, going right back to the start, remember, you must, please do not comment unless you've been to self-loading cargo or pilot2atc and try to locate the free FSU IPC7, because it will not, I can't stipulate enough, it won't work if you haven't got the FSU IPC7, guys. I'm sorry, it just won't work. Okay, so you need that before you can get any of this properly working. Okay, so that's what I recommend. Go and get that, and it is free, so you don't pay for it. So there we go. So now we are in the aircraft. We've got no sound, but not worried about that. Let's just try and see. This is what I was trying to say before. Hopefully it works. I'll make sure that I've got to check that it's actually connected. So I'm just going to open the pilot2atc again. It says it's connected, I think. Let's open that a little bit wider. And it says 12192. Now I'm going to see if it's actually going to work. 12192. I don't know why it's swapped over sides. It's kind of strange, I think. Okay, 12192. Yeah, it usually works. That's like skipping over 192. 192. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, you can actually have it, so you don't have to worry about doing this. You can do it yourself. What's it? 12192. Battery active. Flybird 31 Victor Bravo radio check.
31 Victor Bravo, you are loud and clear.
Right, now that's me talking to the air traffic control. Retract flaps. Retract flaps.
Flaps retracted.
Pull the trigger. Flybird 31 Victor Bravo ready for release.
Flybird 31 Victor Bravo, this is Birmingham delivery clearance.
Right.
Delivery on 121.902. Please repeat your request.
So it just shows you it does work. I'm not picking it up from my headset, so it's going to probably keep asking stupid questions. But it does work a lot better through a headset. So let's just get rid of that now. So we know that the pilot2atc is working and it's communicating. So let's have a look, and we'll have to see. We'll do it again. I've got to do it. Flybird 31 Victor Bravo radio check.
Flybird 31 Victor Bravo, you are loud and clear.
There you go. See that? Flybird 3-1 Victor Bravo, you are loud and clear. 10 radio check. Check your frequency request and try again, Flybird 3-1 Victor Bravo. All the information I need from my pilot2atc now is coming up in this sky4sim screen. Yeah? Then this works also, guys, in virtual reality. So you got like that screen would be a lot smaller, obviously. It might be there and it might be that big, or it might be to my side over here, but bigger. So I can just glance at it and actually see what happens and see how it works. I've got the FSU IPC7 working, and FSU IPC7 works along with the two programs which you can probably see. I think if I open my screen now, I'm actually running another program right here with the cockpit, which is the FMS. Sorry, the G1000 over there on that cockpit there, and that's linked to the cockpit as well. So when you see what I actually fly like, I don't use any of this. I can steal things, obviously, because I use another thing called Space Desk, which enables me to turn one of my monitors, or two of my monitors, or three of my monitors, or however many I want, into other monitors. And if you just look down there, I've just moved that screen from there down into this screen. So I'm going to make that big, like that. Now I've got my cockpit with the iPad version of the FMS there. Oh, sorry, PMFD, PFTFD. G1000 and running there. So I've got that. I can put a surround on it if I want. Little buttons. I think it's one of the buttons you press and it gives you a surround. Oh, excuse me. And you've got the other map version down there. I can look at the map as well, which gives me a nice sort of like zoom in and zoom out of the map and stuff. So that's good. So I can run loads of different programs at one time, and obviously they will talk together. If you want me to share to do that, it's pretty easy. You just go and download the preferred version. If you haven't got it, you may need to go to me in Simionic, I think they call it, Simionics, and you can use an iPad and link that up, and it will connect to them using SimConnect. SimConnect got it, and it just download a driver unit which actually enables you to connect. But I don't, you know, that's not what we're talking about. That's just other things that I could do. There's loads of other options that you've got, but the actual end game is so that you've got this to hopefully to work perfectly for yourself now. And then the next step is to set your mouse up where you want your aircraft to be, where you want your cockpit to be. I want mine to be like that, like so. That's pretty cool. I can zoom out a bit, maybe zoom in, but I always try to get it the best I can. And at the moment, because I'm not running it perfectly, but I'm doing all right, I usually get it set like that so I can see all the heading buttons, and just that's enough. That's fine. You lose a little bit of that side, you usually do, unless you get into like extra monitors. But hey, that's pretty much it. So Flybird 3-1 Victor Bravo, ready for departure. Runway 03. On my feet. We're going to depart runway 03 anyway. And I didn't show you about the you've probably downloaded Self-Loading Cargo, the demo, which is the easy version. And you've probably got passengers talking and all sorts. Disengage parking brake. Disengage parking brake. See, she's just on it. Change voice pack, Captain Williams.
Disengaging parking brake.
Thank you. I'm a bit late. I'm running this from an external pen drive, USB, SSD drive, with a USB cable, and it's actually really working really well. I'm quite surprised. There's a couple of stutters, but hey, it's brilliant to say it's got all this running on it. So, Flybird 3-1 Big Bravo taking off runway 03.
Aircraft calling clearance.
Delivery.
Say again with your call sign.
I'm just going to switch frequency. Flybird 3-1 Victor Bravo is in the sky with loads of people watching on YouTube, and you're totally ignoring me. So that's pretty much it, guys. Retract flaps. Retract flaps.
Retracting flaps.
I have to shout because you're right over here with the camera, guys. And yeah, so generally that's kind of what the outcome is. That's what you want to achieve, don't you? So gear going up, and now we can now fly our aeroplane and have a little fly around. And Flybird 3-1 Victor Bravo. Request direct Echo Golf Bravo Bravo to land. Right. Now, actually, the good thing is I could actually open this and show you a little something which is, well, it's pretty cool, I guess. Now you go into your sky4sim, I'm flying at the moment, and you can go to sky4sim and you can connect, press that button there, the 3 pins on it, and then you've got airports, and then you can type in your airport, let's say Echo Golf Bravo Bravo, and press enter, and then you can click on there and it will give you the ILS frequency to that airport. So you put the ILS frequency into your nav 1, which is on there, which is 110, 11010, is it? Okay, go that way and vice versa. I wouldn't move forward and look so uncomfortable, but that's it. So I put that into there, and now that's set my ILS frequency up for that runway. And the weather's just got really kind of foggy. This is great. So that's cool. And let's have a look at the frequencies now. You go to there. You've got the frequencies. You've got tower at 118305. So 118 and 30. In fact, you don't get the 305 on this one, but anyway. Weather not available. You can actually connect that up to your weather program as well. But I haven't done that yet. But that's neither here nor there. So we've got that working now. So let's go back to the map. And like I say, with this one, you can actually have this map on a separate screen, guys, which is pretty cool. Now, you've noticed it's not working, so I'm going to connect it up, haven't I? Okay, please preparing. Waiting for SIM connection. Right, SIM connect. This is. I'll show you that another day. I don't want to get into that because it might confuse you. It's connected to that point there, which is cool. Right, lovely. But you can actually have. I'll show you anyway. You can do these. Turn these screens off if you like. Let's turn this one off for a minute. I'm just going to lie. This is an old iPad, guys. It's iPad 2, I think. You can load your program up like that, and you can press connect to that desktop. And then I can move into this one, and I can go, I'll just get rid of that one for a minute. Don't need that right open, really. No, get rid. I'm just going to press the Alt there, and I'm going to have that one, that screen, and I'm going to put that screen now into my flight simulator dashboard, like so. So then I've got my flight sim dashboard that looks pretty close to, apart from it's upside down, I have to turn my iPad around. It's pretty good. Okay, just going to lock it, not fixed, it's just there, so just do it that way, like so, like okay, leave the display on, okay, let's go again, now it's turning it around the right way, then turn it around the right way, and it come back that way, and we connect up again, okay, I'm just going to connect to it, like so, just put that there for now, and I'm going to put that in while the plane's doing a nice little circle, I'm going to put that in there, because I just want to show you. And that's just using, oh, it's gone upside down again, the bloody thing. But doesn't matter. I'm not going to moan about it. I'm just going to turn it like that and put it like that and see if it's going to work. They've got like a pendulum things in these, haven't they? So if you turn it around that way, whichever way. Why do you not? Anyway, okay, my batteries have just gone off, so I've left my ignition on, and that's not good. There we go, I'll turn that back off. Now, we're just doing a nice little circle here in the with the VOS kind of thing. Put that there, and let's just make that bigger and fit in the screen like so. Over speed. Right, now guys, we have got the same thing, so I don't need all this screen in front of me anymore. Don't need that no more, because we've got our own cockpit. We don't need this pretend cockpit. We've got the real McCoy straight in front of us. The luck of the sound. So now we're flying an aeroplane with our real cockpit dash, where we can do the radio, we can do the headings, we can change everything, we can do that. Disengage your autopilot, and put the autopilot on. And yes, this does normally light up, but everybody knows the Bravo throttle is just about as useful to light up as trying to set fire to the houses. I'm not going to say it, I'll probably get banned for saying something like that. Yeah, but you know, it's just, it's very hard to get get it to work, and you could just shoot it around like that, and they're in the air, and we're now flying. We've now used the physical cockpit. I've got my nav ones, I've got my ADF, I've got my transponder, I've got everything switches on here ready to go. I've got control tower I can talk to, I've got a co-pilot I can talk to. Flybird 3-1 Victor Bravo, request direct, Echo Golf Bravo Bravo.
3-1 Victor Bravo, sorry, I cannot find the requested destination with code Echo Golf Bravo.
I said
Say
it twice.
request again, please.
I didn't hold my microphone long enough. Flybird 3-1 Victor Bravo, request direct, Echo Golf Bravo Bravo. Then let go.
Flybird 3-1 Victor Bravo cleared direct to Echo Golf Bravo Bravo, maintain VFR.
Roger, Flybird 3-1 Victor Bravo, continue to Echo Golf Bravo Bravo, maintain VFR. Right, so that's it. You talk slow like that and it'll eventually get used to your voice. I'm doing very well to say I'm picking up from a crappy microphone up there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go back round and we're going to try and request landing in that now. So we need to find out the frequency of the tower really. But I think we might cheat a little bit here because when you're not in VR, you want to do it this way. Sometimes it's just a little bit helpful. Nearest says COM1 in 11830, that's the actual correct frequency. And approach, Birmingham approach, is in fact 12398. So we tune that to 12398, like so. Takes a couple of turns. 98, like so.
Weather.
And that was the weather. Approach Flybird 3-1 Victor Bravo is with you. VFR approach from controller.
Aircraft calling clearance delivery.
Say again with your call sign. And that's because it can't hear me very well. That's another reason that you have to make sure you do your voice recognition properly. And I'm losing my voice, I've been going on all day talking. Flybird 3-1 Victor Bravo with you at 2,500 to land.
3-1 Victor Bravo, this is Birmingham delivery clearance, delivery on 121.9.
Oh wait, I didn't tune my radio, quite bad. Approach, this is Flybird 3-1 Victor Bravo with you to land. That's if the correct frequency is correct. I think it is 12398, I said, didn't I? Anyway, doesn't matter, it does work. I'm just getting really tired, and if you don't mind, I'm going to call this a day now because I'm really kind of shattered, to be fair. And there's the airport right in front of us. Flybird 3-1 Victor Bravo, request landing clearance.
Raising gear.
Is that like an airport there, or is that? No, it's not. I don't know where I am. I'm lost, guys. I'm lost. I'm all lost. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, anyway, let's go over there because I'm sure it's over this way somewhere. And you can all do, oh yeah, like I said before, the flight plan actually will also be in your VFR map as well because we've put that into the same connection thing. So your flight plan will also be there. So if we were doing anything like we should have been, like actually flying the right flight plan, then we would be following our flight plan from the VFR map as well, see? So it's actually done it right. And I would do a flight, but to be honest, I really need to take my dog out now. I've spent like since 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock this morning doing this video, and I've already done it once, twice, and I'm just hoping now when I press the playback I haven't got a stupid echo. Anyway, hope that helped you. Please give us a thumbs up and a likes because apparently it does help the algorithm or something. I don't even know what that means, but anyway, everybody says it, so I figure I might as well do the same. And I hope this has helped you. Please leave some comments if it did help you, or if you think I missed anything that you or I went too fast on something. Feel free to tell me, and I'll be happy to help you. I'll just turn on my dashboard lights out. We're all gonna die. We're doomed. Take care. Get out. Jump. Jump. We're all doomed. We're going down. Don't forget, visit mycockpit.co.uk if you want to buy the proper cockpit, because it is going to be there for a little while, but it's not going to be a great time because it's actually a limited stock until I sell a few. You know what it's like, sell a few, then I might be able to sell some more. So if you're really interested and you really want to get one, I would, you know, honestly say get your order in, because I haven't got millions of them, and the ones I have got, I want to try to. It's going to be on a first come first served basis, because I can't promise that I'm going to do millions of them, because I'm not. Like, I'm just going to do whatever the company can make for me. You see, I think it's something like 100 a week or something maximum, without sort of over breaking the laser printers. They'll all be under laser scanners and the laser machines, because they're going to be flat out to make that many, because there's quite a lot of cotton and precision cotton and stuff to be done. See. So anyway, I think I've said enough now. So take care and God bless, and see you again.